Hey everyone, you're here with Mark Bowell at perfectgardens.com. So today I just want to say thank you so much to Jeremy and Uncle Duck. Are you tired of getting crappy advice from your local hydroponics store? Or having to search all over forums to get advice that only takes you in different directions than solving your immediate problem? Well, join our membership for $50 a month. You get direct access to me. We'll connect on WhatsApp app. And just like this gentleman that started back in July with us, as problems arise, we are here for you. I just want to say thank you so much to Jeremy and Uncle Duck for stimulating this conversation around using cocoa and perlite and versus soil and also popping seeds. So I'm going to add an additional detail in that I didn't see them talk much about, and I'm happy that you guys discussed this for the last 2 months and were able to further this problem. Sometimes I fall behind on the YouTube questions. Okay, so it looks like they were having a seed issue. Some deficiency was coming up, and then they ended up watering with some CalMag, and the plant's been healthy ever since. Then they talk about different opinions around whether you need to provide any nutrients to your plants right when you get into cocoa. Small difference of opinion, although one of the things they did point out, which I would like to talk more about, is the cocoa brand they get from. So one thing they brought up here was the cocoa not being buffered. This is correct. There are some brands, when they get your cocoa in the bag, there's going to be salt deposits on that, and from those salt deposits, it could cause some nutrient lockout. Other brands completely sterilize and wash their cocoa, so you really are getting just cocoa fiber. Another really great thing they brought up was a pH issue. pH can always be an issue, especially if you're watering with tap water or anything along those lines. I've talked a lot of videos about water, so I highly recommend checking some of those out. The one secret I thought was pertinent to this, and it wasn't talked about around the CalMag, is the suggestion of adding some really high quality earthworm castings. If you are going to take this suggestion, I would recommend a small handful in every pod of earthworm castings. Make sure you get good stuff, because you don't want to be bringing in any type of pathogens into your grow room. The reason why I would recommend earthworm castings is because of the carbon. Specifically, the magnesium, it takes time for it to do its specific process. And if there's nothing for the magnesium to hold on to in your growing media, you will begin to run into some deficiency issues. Remember, we're talking about magnesium being used to unlock all the other minerals, right? So you really need magnesium in your soil or in your growing media while all the other minerals are being unlocked through pH changes throughout the rhizosphere. So the one mineral that really needs to be in your environment, doesn't matter whether your rhizosphere is releasing or taking up CO2 or oxygen to help control its pH of its surface area, magnesium needs to be in the environment. And when you have carbon in the environment, that mineral is going to hang out longer. And when you just have cocoa, every time you're watering, the magnesium is going to be flushing in and out of your soil or your growing media. So the reason why most people run into CalMag issues using cocoa is specifically because they're not giving enough time for the magnesium to do its function with the other minerals. Once again, the magnesium is not being given enough time to do its function with the other minerals, and the other minerals become available and adjust dependent upon the pH of the rhizosphere. So having some carbon in the form of earthworm castings, I have found to be extremely successful while growing in cocoa. From there, I'm normally adding in my drops of balance because it has an array of trace minerals, and from there I'm working up from that. I could be using my grow, my bloom, maybe a little bit of supplemental CalMag if I'm seeing some silica, whatever, because I'm the chemist at that point and I'm providing exactly what I want my plants to be taking up. I hope this video was helpful. I give you my word, if you just do this one thing while you're using cocoa, your plants will start off healthier, and I promise you, you will get less deficiencies throughout your grow, and your quality will probably be a lot better. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.